Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. And today in this video, I'm gonna do a movie review because I haven't done one since September, and that was the last time I ever did one. And I'm really excited to do this because today is Walt Disney's birthday. So happy birthday, Walt Disney! And to honor him, I'm going to review a movie that was made by him. And this is I don't remember what number this movie is, but it's the Alice in Wonderland 1951 version. And this is what I'm going to review for Walt Disney's birthday today. So I'm sure you guys all know the plot of Alice in Wonderland. So the plot of Alice in Wonderland is about this girl whose name is Alice, obviously, voiced by Katherine Beaumont, who is bored with her reading lesson that her sister is giving her. And so she ends up seeing this white rabbit voiced by Bill Thompson, and he's like in a hurry, and so she follows him down a rabbit hole and ends up in a world of her own that doesn't make any sense. And okay, so to start off, out of all the Disney movies, Alice in Wonderland is probably one of my least favorites, just because I am not a really big fan of the story because there's just like so much going on in it, and it doesn't really make too much sense for me, and it's a very confusing film. I mean, I still do like it. I mean, it's a very fun movie to watch, but it's just like one of those films that completely confuses me just because there's like so much going on in there and it like doesn't make any sense. And I know that's how the book goes and everything. And I know a lot of people are big fans of this movie, and I don't get me wrong, I still like it. It's just not my favorite. I do like it for the characters and the animation. I'm just not really a big fan of the story. So next I'm going to talk about who directed this. This was directed by Clyde Geronimi, Geronimi. Let me know if I pronounced that right. And I'm very familiar with his work, and he directed Dumbo 1941, which is one of my favorites, Bambi, which is also one of my favorites, The Three Caballeros, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, which is also really good, Cinderella 1950, which is really good, Peter Pan, Lady and the Tramp, which is another one of my favorites, Sleeping Beauty, and 101 Dalmatians animated. So I'm pretty familiar with his work. He directed a lot of great Disney movies, and he's, I think, a really good director in the Disney Renaissance and stuff from what I've seen in like the documentaries I've seen. Next, I'm going to talk about the characters. I'm going to start off with the humans, and I'm going to go by them really quickly. So first I'm going to talk about Alice. I do like Alice. I think she's pretty funny. I do like the fact that she's quite stubborn, but she's always like very polite despite the fact she's so stubborn. And I do loved also that how she's very curious about things, especially in the world that she makes up on her own that doesn't make sense. And I really enjoy that she goes on a journey through her own world and then learns and is very like frustrated with like everything. And I also like the fact that later on she learns that she wants to be back in the real world and learns to accept the real world the way it is. And I really like that. She is voiced by Katherine Beaumont, and Katherine Beaumont, I'm very familiar with her voice. Like she voices Wendy Darling in Peter Pan 1953. I think that's what it is. She also is in 101 Dalmatians, to Patch's London Adventure, and then she voices somebody named Crystal. Next, I'm going to talk about the Mad Hatter. The Mad Hatter, I think he's pretty funny. I really like how he's kind of goofy, and he just goofs off, and he literally just plays around. And I think that makes it extra funny. And then he's kind of like a little bit crazy and stuff, and I think that's kind of funny that he's also kind of crazy, and he's very silly too, and I like that, and it makes it really funny. And he's voiced by Ed Wynn, and Ed Wynn, I'm only familiar with him as Mary from Mary Poppins, and he plays Uncle Albert. Next, I'm going to talk about Tweedledee and Tweedledum. So I think Tweedledee and Tweedledum are pretty funny as well. Like they try to keep Alice from following her goal. And I really like also that they goof around a lot. And I also like the fact that they also drive Alice crazy with their silly stories, which is funny. And they just try to take up her time, which she does not like. And they're both voiced by J. Pat O'Malley. And J. Pat O'Malley, I'm familiar with him in The Jungle Book 1966, and he plays Colonel Hottie. And he also was in Mary Poppins as well, and he played Pearly Drummer. Next, I'm going to talk about the Queen of Hearts. So I kind of think the Queen of Hearts is a very funny villain. Comment down below if you want a top 5 funniest Disney villains video. I think she's pretty funny despite the fact she's a very immature queen. She constantly wants everything her way, and I really like how she is just like very bossy and annoying, and I think that's hilarious. She sort of reminds me of Angelica from the Rugrats, but except a little bit more mature than she is. She is, and she's voiced by Verna Felton. And Verna Felton, I'm very familiar with her as from the show The Flintstones, which is one of my favorites. And she played Pearl Slaghooper, who is Wilma's mother and Fred's mother-in-law. And I also like, and she also voices. Oh, okay. Oops, sorry. And I think she's just really funny. And I thought she was in a couple more things, but I can't remember what they are. All right, I think she was in was it? I think it was she also played the fairy godmother in Cinderella. Next, I'm gonna talk about Alice's sister. I really like Alice's sister, despite the fact she's a minor character in the film. I really like the fact that she's trying to get Alice to understand how the real world works. Despite Alice's stubbornness, she'll do everything she can to make Alice understand that not everything in the world is her way. And I like how she cares about Alice, and I like how she will try her best to get Alice to understand how everything works, and she tries to teach Alice things, and I like how she just cares about Alice and really loves her sister. And she's voiced by Heather Angel, and Heather Angel, I'm not familiar with her in anything else but this movie. Next, I'm going to talk about the animals. So I like the White Rabbit. I think he's pretty funny. I love how he always wants to be punctual, and like despite the fact he makes himself late for things, and I like how he's just in a hurry, and like every time Alice goes to see him, he just has no time to answer her question. And I do like his rhyme. And fun fact, my algebra teacher in high school actually used to say, you're late for a very important date. And then I would repeat the part, no time to say hello, goodbye, I'm late, you're late. And it's kind of like the line that the White Rabbit says, like, I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye, I'm late. So that was like the line that she would repeat anytime somebody was late for her class. It was kind of funny. And I like how he just wants to be on time for his duty, and I really like that about him. And I think he's kind of funny because he has everything like happening to him quite a lot while he's trying to get to his duty. And he's voiced by Bill Thompson. And Bill Thompson, I'm familiar with him as Mr. Smee in Peter Pan, and he's also plays Jock in Lady and the Tramp. A character named Bull, a policeman at the zoo, and he's one of the dachshund, and he also plays somebody named Joe who's in the pound, and also one of Jim's friends from Lady and the Tramp. Next, I'm going to talk about the March Hare. I like the March Hare. I think he's kind of silly and funny, and I like the fact that he goes along with the Mad Hatter, and I like how he and the Mad Hatter are like kind of crazy and awkward, and they both will and they both are just being silly and goofy, and they don't make sense to Alice at all. And they try to like make her leave the tea party, and it is kind of like he is just a silly character as well. And he's voiced by Jim Colonna, and Jim Colonna was the ringmaster in Pinocchio. Next, I'm going to talk about the setting. So this takes place in England. I'm not exactly sure of the time period. If you guys know the time period, comment down below, because I could not find it when I was looking this up. I like the setting of England. It's a really nice place. I've seen so many movies that actually take place in England, and it's pretty cool. I like how it goes from like the real world in England to like kind of like Alice's fantasy land, and I really like the setting. I think it's setting of England. It's super beautiful. I love all the colors. I love the scenery. They made it look so pretty. The artists in the Disney actually did an awesome job, especially with Wonderland as well. Okay, so I would recommend Alice in Wonderland who likes really weird movies, because this is a really weird movie, and good animation, because this film also has really great animation. And I also would recommend it to those who like really good fun Disney songs, because this has some really fun Disney songs. I just didn't add the songs just because that would take up so much time. I forgot to mention this has really good Disney songs in here, but I just didn't add them because that really does take up quite a lot of time. And also, I also would recommend it to anybody who likes very silly Disney movies, because this is a very silly Disney movie. Well, in a good way that it's a very silly Disney movie, because I know a lot of people like those kind of love Alice in Wonderland. It's a great film. It's on everybody's like favorite 50s Disney movie list. I know everybody likes it, but I don't recommend it to anybody who likes a really strong story, because this doesn't have a very strong story to it, because there's just so much going on in this film that it's very confusing to actually know the plot. But overall, I do recommend it for the animation, because the animation is really good. Okay, so that was my review on Alice in Wonderland 1951. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm sorry this video is so long, but thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!